fearsome female pirate Ching Shih lived and pillaged during China's Qing dynasty, and is considered to have been the most successful pirate in history. Born into poverty before becoming a sex worker, she was plucked out of relative obscurity by Cheng Ai, a notorious pirate who operated in the South China Sea. As head of the fearsome Red Flag Fleet, she commanded over 1,800 pirate ships and an estimated 80,000 pirates. In comparison, Blackbeard commanded 4 ships and 300 pirates within the same century. Though her name, which we know her by, simply translates to Cheng's widow, the legacy she left behind far eclipsed her husband's, and she has gone on to inspire characters such as the powerful Mistress Ching, one of the 9 pirate lords in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Ching Shih was born as Shi Yang in 1775 in the poverty-stricken society of Guangdong Province in southeast China. Upon reaching puberty, she was forced into sex work to supplement the family income. She worked in a floating brothel, also known as a flower boat, in the Cantonese port city. She quickly became famous in the area due to her beauty, poise, wit, and hospitality. This attracted several high-profile customers such as royal courtiers, military commanders, and rich merchants. In 1801, notorious pirate commander Zheng Yi encountered 26-year-old Ching Shih in Guangdong. He was enthralled by her beauty and ability to wield power over her well-connected clients by trading secrets. Different reports state that she either willingly accepted a marriage proposal or was forcibly abducted by Zheng Yi's men. What is clear is that she asserted she would only marry him if he granted her 50% of his earnings and partial control of his pirate fleet. Zheng Yi agreed, and they were married. They went on to have 2 sons. Ching Shih fully participated in her husband's piracy and underworld dealings within the Red Flag Fleet. She implemented a few rules. These included instant execution for those who refused to follow orders, execution for rape of any female captives, execution for marital infidelity, and execution for extramarital sex. Female captives were also treated more respectfully, and the weak, unattractive, or pregnant ones were freed as soon as possible, while the attractive ones were sold or were permitted to marry a pirate if it was mutually consensual. On the flip side, loyalty and honesty were greatly rewarded, and the fleet was encouraged to work as a cohesive whole. Under the joint command of Zheng Yi and Ching Shih, the Red Flag Fleet exploded in size and prosperity. The new rules being harsh, but fair combined with a reward system meant that many pirate groups in the region merged themselves with the Red Flag Fleet. It grew from 200 ships at the time of Zheng Yi and Ching Shih's wedding to 1,800 ships in the next few months. As a result, it became the largest pirate fleet on Earth. Zheng Yi and Ching Shih adopted a young fisherman in his mid-20s named Cheng Po from a nearby coastal village. This meant that he became second in command to Zheng Yi. It has variously been theorized that Zheng Yi or Ching Shih were having extramarital relations with Cheng Po. Ching Shih's husband died in 1807 at the age of 42, possibly from a tsunami or because he was murdered in Vietnam. Either way, this left Ching Shih's leadership in a perilous position. Using her business savvy and Zheng Yi's connections, Ching Shih managed to temper warring power-hungry captains from other ships and installed her adopted son as leader of the fleet. Less than 2 weeks after the death of her husband, Zheng Yi announced that she would marry her adopted son. They soon became lovers, and Cheng Po's loyalty to her meant that Ching Shih effectively ruled the Red Flag Fleet. Under Ching Shih's leadership, the Red Flag Fleet captured new coastal villages and enjoyed total control over the South China Sea. Entire villages worked for the fleet, supplying them with goods and food, and any ship that wanted to cross the South China Sea was taxed. They also frequently plundered British and French colonizer ships. An East India Company employee named Richard Glasspool was captured and held by the fleet for 4 months in 1809. He later estimated that there were 80,000 pirates under Ching Shih's command. The Chinese Qing dynasty naturally wanted to put an end to the Red Flag Fleet. Mandarin Navy vessels were sent out to confront the Red Flag Fleet in the South China Sea. After just a few hours, the Mandarin Navy was decimated by the Red Flag Fleet. Ching Shih used the opportunity to announce that the Mandarin crew would not be punished if they joined the Red Flag Fleet. As a result, the Red Flag Fleet grew in size, and the Qing dynasty lost a huge portion of its navy. The Emperor of China was humiliated that a woman was controlling such an enormous part of the land, sea, people, and resources which belonged to him. He attempted peace by offering amnesty to all pirates of the Red Flag Fleet. At the same time, the fleet came under attack from the Portuguese navy. Though the Portuguese had been defeated twice before, they came prepared with a superior supply of ships and weapons. As a result, the Red Flag Fleet was devastated. After 3 years of notoriety, Ching Shih retired in 1810 by accepting an offer of amnesty from the Chinese government. The whole of the Red Flag Fleet crew was forced to surrender. However, the terms of surrender were good. They were allowed to keep all their loot, and several pirates were granted jobs within the military and Chinese government. Even Ching Shih's adopted son Cheng Po later became the captain of the Qing dynasty's Guangdong Navy. Ching Shih had a son in 1813, and later had a daughter. In 1822, her second husband lost his life at sea. A wealthy woman, she then relocated to Macau with her children and opened a gambling house and was also involved in the salt trade. Towards the end of her life, she opened a brothel in Macau. She died peacefully, aged 69, surrounded by family.